Yo,
What's happening?
look, man. Fuck all the festivities. Okay,
What's up?
we ain't doing all that. Stay winning is back, but guess what? Why your boy, smack talker, breaking news, Ryan Garcia popped for testing positive.
Why ain't my boy?
Cause you know, he ain't my boy. Don't you know him?
Nah.
Oh, I thought that you knew him. I thought you knew him.
They don't all look alike, first of all. So
Wait,
hold up.
yeah,
wait.
dude.
Wait, the guy that just let's
Keep it a buck.
let's keep it on here.
He beat the brakes off of Devin Haney.
Beat the crap out of Devin Hayes.
Yes, he did.
PED or no PED, y'all bond.
He beat him up.
All right. So now what we're finding out is one, he didn't make weight.
3 pounds over.
Two, he tested positive in 2 samples.
2 samples.
Sample on the day before
And the day of. Is A sample positive, right? He's talking about something. Everybody know I don't cheat.
I don't know that.
We don't know. According to the test.
I assumed that you didn't cheat, but
Hey.
now because of the media,
Right.
because of
them tests.
I'm questioning it.
And plus, you should know what they spiking your water with.
Or stop spiking your water.
Or don't take the needle in that space next time.
Ooh,
You heard what I said.
that's harsh.
No, did he?
Yo, so boxing gonna do about
So guess
that's the
what?
problem.
Now,
Yeah.
you got to give him a rematch now. All that just keep saying he want to give him a rematch.
If you hate it, do you want a rematch at this point?
Yeah, you got to get all of your face back because he was tattooing that with that left that you
Yeah.
should have known was coming anyway.
But he had the advantage.
He did. He had 2 advantages.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly. 2
You
advantages.
saying science ain't lying?
Duh. He said both the weight. I'm coming in over,
You came in fat.
and then I'm gonna increase all of this with some PEDs. Okay, because I know that I a cheater.
What?
I cheat.
Put your sentences together.
I won't.
Hey, so here's the crazy thing. Like, so before the lead up to the fight, you know, there was a lot of press about Ryan Garcia's behavior being erratic.
Mhm.
So he might have been on drugs. He might have been having a mental episode. All of these allegations out there around like Ryan
Garcia
and his
is addict. It's his actions.
So one of the things that's curious about this is if this is true, because he still has an opportunity to test his B sample to see if it's consistent with the A sample, but got 2 A samples that already popped. So I don't know that the B samples will be any different.
Right.
But if this is true, is it likely, is it possible that his erratic behavior was also due to him using these illegal substances?
I mean, look, who getting fired, Ryan? That's all I want to know. I don't care about
He's got a roll.
I don't care about the B sample. It's okay. You cheated. You, as they say in New England, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Okay?
Nice little.
You know what I'm saying? You get each other. Hey. You understand what I'm saying? So look, you was cheating. It's all good. Now, guess what? Rematch him. Change the weight because you can't make the weight. We understand that you can't make the weight. Change the weight and beat him again if you really like that. But I don't know if you really like that because you're a cheater.
Hey, what should Shakur do? Because Shakur's like, I'll fight him.
So here's the thing. It is right now, so far, it's true. Okay. If this sticks to being what it is, this really messes up these other fights. Right?
Yeah.
Because I believe he has to give Devin the rematch. I think Devin will take it because he needs to get some,
I'm sure Devin's
some respect back. I'm not saying Devin's confidence is shot, but I think he will want to fight to avenge this loss.
Right. He's a competitor.
If Devin wins the rematch, then it kind of sets everything up that was already in place, which would be Tank, Devin, Shakur. But I like the fights that's coming up. Frank Martin is going to be a tough fight for Tank, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You still got people like Teofimo out there, Pitbull.
Right.
So there's a lot of good fights that can be made.
Isaac Cruz, to me, Tank is 1A. Isaac Cruz is 1B. Tank already beat him. But
he ain't going to get no rematch either.
I don't think Tank want to fight
no more of that.
No more. Because Pitbull is
He like that.
He's like
He like that.
Yeah.
He like that.
Yeah.
But listen, Ryan Garcia,
breaking news.
as much as it was a great performance, at the end of the day, this dampens it. Like it really does, because you nor I can be like, well, you beat him fair and square. Because now you got two things that are hanging over your head regarding this win.
Yeah.
So
The weight and then
the weight and the drug use. So, hey man, look, tighten up.
Hey, we like the chirping. We like that you win the ring and, you know, did your thing and all of that, and chirp after the fight like you should.
Just
But
say no.
but if you was fighting dirty,
Hey man, you know what it
probably
is.
wanted to stay humble.
Totally stay humble, you cheater. Doggone it, you heard what I said. Cheater.
I stay winning. I'm winning, I stay winning. I did it, I stay winning. I'm winning, never losing. I'm winning, or caught slipping. I did it, I stay winning. I'm winning, I stay winning. Yeah.
Cheater. But let me tell you, look, since we got that out, we ain't even gonna worry about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about something that's a little bit more personal.
Playing fair and square. What happened?
Fair and square. And boy, first and foremost, we had already sent the Curry and his family fishing.
Yeah.
They didn't even make the playoffs, right?
Steph, Clay, Draymond,
They you know,
Von Looney, they
bass fishing and basking in the sun and suntan lotion. They doing all of it. I don't know, Draymond, you already crispy. Stay out of the sun.
they running saying,
Okay.
don't get on the man about his
I'm sorry.
complexion.
I'm bad. Okay. Light Skin Brothers is winning. What up, Drake?
Oh, boy.
Anyway.
Here we go. Here we go. First of all, Kendrick's killing him right now. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
So what, right? Then we get another legend who got the broomstick put out on him.
He did.
Yes, sir. Swept him right on up
Clean
and
and sweet.
right on into the trash.
Bradley Beal, Devin
Sit him on up. Bye-bye.
Nurkic.
Okay. Easy sniper your way right on out the door. Okay. And then we got a gentleman's sweep. A 5-1.
4-1.
I mean, a 4-1 with the complainer of the league. I bet you that joker at the commissioner's office right now still complaining about foul calls. When it calls.
Hey, when you're a superstar, you expect to get every call.
Apparently, he wasn't getting superstar treatment, and he was crying about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen,
Yeah, he built this league
we are
from scratch.
the
From
disrespect
scratch.
and you talk about
Who was
Curry.
before
You
him?
talk about Curry. You really talk about Curry.
All I know
is you
in
wasn't
the
talking about
NBA,
Curry.
there's the pre-LeBron era and the LeBron era.
Oh, so
There's no post-LeBron era yet.
wait a minute. Hold on. These guys that we talk about, they are full on LeBron's watch.
Huh?
They are full on LeBron's watch.
Yeah, for sure.
How many championships Curry got?
Same as LeBron.
How many times has he lost?
How many times has Curry lost?
Uh-huh.
At least one.
He lost 2. So he's 4-2.
Mhm.
LeBron is 4-6.
Yeah.
KD is 2-1.
No, LeBron didn't lose 6 finals. He in the finals. He's 4-2.
4-6. LeBron is 4-6 in the finals.
He went to the finals
Yeah, 10 times.
10 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So these jokers been eating.
So this is the LeBron era, is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
He was in the finals.
It
10
sounds like
times.
it's more like Steph era.
He was in the finals 10
I
times.
don't know. All I know is this era dead. Ant-Man said, hey, you heard what I said. Listen, the Joker and Murray putting foots in them.
You know what? I respect that.
Okay?
I respect that.
That's what they're doing.
I respect losing to the Joker and Murray because they're champions who've been there and done it before.
Yeah, I
So-
agree.
But getting swept by the Pups,
Amen.
the Minnesota Timber Pups, I mean, they tough. I'm not. I shouldn't call them Pups. They tough. They tough. But it remains to be seen if they're champions.
I agree, right? That matchup is going to be one heck of a series.
Them against
The
them.
Denver and Minnesota Timberwolves is going to be one great series in the second round.
Yeah.
All right. On a more serious note about the 3 legends that we're talking about,
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Steph Curry.
Yeah.
All right. And your honest basketball opinion.
Yeah.
Who out of the 3 of them has a better chance to getting to another finals and potentially winning another championship in the back end of their career?
KD.
And you see that in Phoenix or
No.
you see him going somewhere else?
No. The only reason I picked KD is because he's the only one willing to go chase. Go join another team.
Very good point.
Where he's the missing piece and he can help them get over the hump.
All right.
So if, like, for example, let's say Minnesota falls short or OKC falls short, those are candidates, teams that KD could potentially join in the near future.
Right.
And help them get over that hump.
Right.
I mean, he's still a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a very efficient scorer.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't bet on his defense to win me a championship. Not yet.
Okay.
But if he finds the right role with a team, he showed with Golden State, he can be a good defender.
So I think that I agree with that idea that it could be Kevin Durant. Because I don't think Golden State let Steph Curry out of Golden State.
No, he's retiring.
But he's going to be a warrior in my opinion, for his entire career.
Yeah.
And they do have to build some pieces around him because those are wild card pieces. You don't know how far he can get you with how deep the West is now.
Yeah.
Right? LeBron, because of, in my opinion, because the Lakers have hitched their wagon to LeBron and Anthony Davis, it makes it a little bit more difficult for them to win in this version of the West. Now, if they were in the East, maybe they'll have a better shot. But because all the young, up-and-coming, great teams are in the West. OKC, Minnesota, like, Denver's still out there, and they're not old. Denver's not an old team either. They're just not as young as those two teams.
Name a Knicks player that's over 30.
Correct. And that's in the East.
That's in the East.
Correct.
That's a young,
hungry team that can add pieces.
Orlando.
Correct.
Young, hungry.
Correct. Indiana.
So I don't agree with you that the young, hungry teams. Young, hungry teams.
I get what you're saying.
There's some really good teams in the West.
Yeah.
But I might be an outlier on this. A lot of people believe that the Eastern Conference is the
weaker of the two conferences.
Because the records in the East are worse than the records in the West.
Yeah.
But I'd like to remind people that Western Conference teams play each other 4 times.
Yeah.
Eastern Conference teams play each other 4 times.
Right.
When you see struggle records,
right?
Somebody's playing against stronger competition.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's how I look at it.
Well, look, man, I think when it comes to those 3 kings, those 3 legends, man, they have done so much for this era of basketball. We're talking about the greatest off-the-dribble shooter of all time. I put it that way for a reason, right? We're talking about a player who, in my opinion, was a cheat code as a 7'2" guard. That's basically what I called him. He's a 7'7"
forward.
Yeah, but he's just off the bounce. Any shot you want, like off the dribble.
He's a 3 because he has to guard 3.
Correct.
He can't guard.
So you just a cheat code.
That's why Ant-Man gets so excited when KD guard.
Oh my God!
Like,
and then you're talking about coming out of high school phenom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Where when we was in our 20s, you know what I'm saying. This guy's on the cover of Sports Illustrated as the chosen one,
right?
Coming out of Akron, Ohio, and LeBron James.
Right.
Their careers, man, have been phenomenal, and it's been a pleasure, really, to watch them play. I think their entire careers.
I think all of them have grown, right?
Yeah.
But Steph Curry has shown the most growth, man. He was.
Yeah.
I mean, his documentary is
from the injury. He was absolutely.
He was. I mean, before the NBA, he was okay. He got a shot, by going out to the University of
Davidson.
Yeah,
University of Davidson.
Going out there, he got a shot. He wasn't great when he got there,
right.
But he got better. Struggled in the NBA when he first got here. I mean, he was a lottery pick, so he showed up in the tournament,
right? And
again with a lot of himself.
Yeah.
Showed that he could shoot the crap out the ball,
right?
But he struggled in the beginning of his NBA career.
Yeah.
But once he got the ankle together and got a team around him, it looks like
the right coach, right culture,
right?
Yeah.
Well, we say the right coach, but let's keep in mind Mark Jackson was there first and had them win it. Had them getting better and better.
But that's what I meant by the right coach. He had the right coach to build him and that nucleus up of him, Clay, Draymond,
camaraderie.
Yeah.
But Steve Kerr is going to get all of the credit
absolutely
for the winning. And all that stuff.
Absolutely.
So Steve Kerr came in and won
immediately,
away.
Immediately. Yeah.
So he had two great coaches.
Yes, he did.
In my opinion.
Yes, he did.
Between the two of them.
Yeah.
but his growth has just been incredible, right? Like he seemed like the ultimate teammate.
Yeah.
Right. He's carried the team when he's had to.
Right.
Like get on his shoulders. I'm gonna go ahead and get this done for us. And he's also just played his role when he had to. Like, what other superstar that's at the Steph Curry, LeBron James, KD level played on the championship team where Iguodala, somebody like that wins the MVP in the finals, right? Like he's played the role he's had to play in order for them to win,
and he's done it with class
all the way.
Steph Curry is the small guy's greatest story of all time.
The greatest story of all time?
What I mean by small guys,
what happened?
No. What I mean by that is that not only the overcoming of the obstacle, but someone of his stature being able to make an impact the way that he has on the basketball game. You see guys that are in small stature saying, I can do that too. Mm-hmm. Everybody can't do what Allen Iverson does.
No.
So that's the difference. Like, he's in his own category.
And he redefined. So what Steph Curry did is he made the game wide open. Right?
Yeah.
Like, he was the first guy to earn that green light. Mm-hmm. Like, shoot from wherever you want.
Right.
And once he started bombing and hitting them,
right,
now you got the younger guys coming up, learning how to master that three. And the percentages went up. Like, before it used to be like a good serviceable 3-point shooter shot like 33%. Now it's like Grayson Allen, 46%.
Here you go. Here you go get with this Grayson Allen. Like, leave that guy alone.
Okay. That guy won he was the top 3-point shooter in the league.
And here's the thing, right? I don't want to I want to give him his flowers, right? Steph deserves his flowers.
Game
for the good and for the bad.
He changed the game.
He has, for the good and for the bad.
It's bad if you can't shoot.
No. It's bad. Yeah, it is bad if you can't shoot.
Remember when you could shoot?
Yeah. God. But it's weird, right? Because, and he talks about it. You see, you go to an AAU game or you go to a high school game, and now guys are just gunning from out there. And it's like, you're not Steph Curry. Like, you're not Dame Lillard. You can't do that.
Steph Curry wasn't Steph Curry when he was, young enough to play AAU or whatever, right? I don't think he played AAU, but when he was that young, he wasn't Steph Curry.
Right.
But you look at somebody like Amani Bates. Amani Bates is in the NBA right now. He's a rookie, right? Had a lot of news and fanfare,
press around him
from high school.
Right.
He was a small guard in high school,
right,
who do everything with the ball and could shoot a little bit.
Right.
I mean, he shot it well for his size.
Right.
He sprung up. Like, now he's not a small guy anymore. He's like Shai Gilgeous size now.
Yeah.
But he still has guard talent and a heck of a 3-point shot.
Right.
So he's going to continue working because his name doesn't mean anything yet in the NBA.
Right.
But he's gotten to this point based on the stuff that he was doing, like from high school and from the little bit that he did in college. He didn't do a whole lot in college.
Yeah.
But he's in the NBA now. What I'm saying is, guys like that see what Steph has been able to do and mimic it. Possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's possible. You can go from being a 33% 3-point shooter to a 45% 3-point shooter if you keep working on it.
You can be 5'11", a $180, and let that thing fly and can handle the ball, and you can make it far.
Right. Absolutely. Still waiting to see what, unfortunately, like Marcus Howard, right? The kid out of Marquette a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
This dude is an elite scorer.
Yeah.
But he is 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah. On the small side.
And a little bit too small.
On the small side.
Now, but if he find his niche, it could be Patty Mills.
When you talk about, like, when I think about those three legends, I think about those three great players.
Mm-hmm.
First ballot Hall of Famers. We talking between the three of them, we are literally talking 7 MVPs. We got 4, 8, 10 championships between the three players. And we're talking about a generation of players behind them that look up to them, right?
Right.
Some of my favorite memories of LeBron James is when he was in Miami, right, and when he won his first championship in Miami, it was the fact that he took it like, you want to treat me in a way that I'm not great, I'm going to show you that I'm great. And even though D Wade deferred to him, and that was cool for D Wade to do, he took it on his shoulders, like, all right, I got it. And he had his brother believe in him, and he did it. You know what I'm saying? And then some of the great memories of KD, even though him moving to Golden State, a lot of people look at it as a negative. Listen, man, when you the finals MVP, that says a lot about your game. You know what I'm saying? And both times, those championships, he was, even if Steph was deferring, he was showing, I'm KD. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got one, and we're gonna knock it down. You know what I mean? So it's been great to watch these last 13 years. I'm just gonna throw 13 years, even though LeBron has been playing 20 years or plus, but these last 13 years of watching these guys compete against each other and play has been really, really special basketball.
I agree. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
About each of these guys.
Absolutely.
So before we wrap up.
All right.
They're all still here. They're all still in the NBA, but we know that they're on the backside of their career. Right? Every time, the season ends, everybody's like, what do you want to do next? What's going on next? You know what they're implying. Whose game are you seeing right now that most mimics each one of those players? Whose game kind of reminds you of LeBron? Whose game kind of reminds you of Steph Curry? Whose game reminds you of KD the most?
That's a great question. So when you talk about Steph, right, a lot of people use Trae Young as that example. I like Hollenberger.
Hollenberger?
Yeah, Halliburton.
Okay.
Right. I don't know if he's as rangy as Steph, but he got that quick trigger.
Yeah.
He plays fast.
Yeah.
You gotta honor that shot. And it looks different. So it's really a hard comparison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dame is also in that same kind of age bracket, but Steph is one of one. You know what I'm saying? All these they're one of one. You know what I mean? But I like Halliburton from a Steph component as a point guard and as a leader, running the show, playing off ball, catching, shooting from deep. I like him.
I mentioned, and I'm not going to take away from anything. I just want to mention two players that I think remind me of Steph, and I'll tell you what's, anything that's weird. So the first player is Maxey.
Yeah, and I like Tyrese. Yeah,
and then the reason is the speed and the amount of activity. Like he never stands still. Right? He's constantly moving. Steph is like that. That Steph isn't as fast as Maxey.
Right.
Second player on that same team, Buddy Hield. He was supposed to be Steph-like. I mean, his percentages, his shooting percentages,
he's a shooter. Yeah.
But he stands still.
Right.
He does not give the effort on defense.
Right.
So Buddy Hield has the talent to be there. He don't have the engine
and the motor. He ain't got the motor.
He don't have the motor to do it.
Yeah. So, now, when it comes to like Kevin Durant, good God Almighty.
Yeah. Good luck figuring that out because he's part. I mean, him and LeBron is like just physical.
I know we use unicorn for Porzingis, but
KD came up with that term.
Kevin Durant he
came up with that term.
He's an alien, for real. Like there isn't that I can think of a player with his ability, efficient, and that's 6'11", 7 feet. Like, God, man, that guy, he is amazing to be his size, his agility, his footwork, his sniping ability. I mean, his shooting ability. He's special.
Yeah, 7 feet. 7 feet is tough.
Yeah.
Two players that come to mind for me that come close, and they're not his height. Paul George.
Yeah.
And Jason Tatum.
Okay. I like that. I like those two names thrown out there. Yeah.
Both are better defenders, though, than KD.
I think KD gets a bad rap for defense.
I'm not saying he's a trash defender.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking
about both Jason Tatum and Paul.
They go at they play hard on defense.
And I think they both made all defensive teams.
Yeah, they've made a few times. Yeah, definitely PG has.
Yeah. And Tatum
has. Yeah.
One if he
I like those. I like those. God, man. Let me tell you a player. We mentioned him. We just talked about him last week or 2 weeks ago, who has a little bit of KD's game. Michael Porter Jr. We talking about a tall, he's more athletic in my opinion than KD, but he's a shooter.
Yeah.
He's long. He can get any shot he want, anytime he want. He doesn't play a whole lot of defense.
Nah, he's
you know what I'm saying
about the back.
Yeah, the back issue. But Michael Porter Jr. is a good shooter as well. Absolutely.
Yeah. B.I.
Yo, Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
Mitty on automatic.
Better ball handler, though. He's a better ball handler.
His play strong. He feels like he looks like he plays stronger than Kevin Durant, in my opinion.
I think he take a little bit more when he gets hit a lot on his shot.
Yeah,
but he doesn't.
Brandon Ingram is a great player. Yes,
he doesn't have the accuracy, and he's not as much of a sniper.
No, and that's what I mean by a unicorn when he comes. That's what makes KD what he is.
I think Brandon Ingram is 6'10", right?
I think he is 6'9", 6'10" range, long arms, lanky.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma is similar.
Yeah, but he's
in Washington and nobody cares. So.
When it comes to LeBron James, that's where you stop it, right there.
Wow.
Because you start bringing up people that you're blending players together to make him.
That's
literally you go. Well, who does LeBron James? Who's LeBron James? Well, you give me Karl Malone, Sean Kemp, Magic Johnson, and you got LeBron James. Like, what the heck?
Oh, man. But you know what kind of makes it easy? Like, now that we just talked about Brandon Ingram, having New Orleans kind of sealed in my mind.
Yeah,
Zion,
correct, but she's shorter,
2 or 3 inches.
Yes,
2 or 3 inches shorter, but
athleticism.
They talk about Zion. They talk about what do they call the role that Zion plays? I forget what they call it, but basically him playing a point guard.
Okay,
they call it
like a point forward.
No, they say like they call it something that's kind of cool, but Zion at point guard is LeBron James. That's basically what it is. And Zion goes out there and gets you similar stats.
Right.
He's going to give you double-digit scoring. He's going to give you anywhere between like 6 and 12 rebounds or something like that per game. And his assists, he's getting like 6 assists a game. It's been doing that since Duke.
When we are talking about 3 players, literally, with the exception of the humanity of Steph Curry, that are just generational talents. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you take into consideration the athletic ability, the speed, the strength of LeBron James, then you throw in basketball IQ, his work ethic at his game, taking care of his body, the gentleman that he is in the community, the leader that he is in the community,
Right, he brought his boys along.
Yo, man, like it looked like somebody wrote a novel and they said, "Okay, here you go." Like that's who LeBron James is. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing but
he's a creative player. Creative player.
Yo, when you go to 2K, like I'm creating this guy. This is LeBron James. You know,
he had the right. He had the right mentorship and stuff like that when he was coming up. You know, like his upbringing was privileged in some ways and underprivileged in all of the ways that we usually talk about.
Yeah. When we single parent home, coming up in the hood. Yeah, absolutely.
But I think he had some mentorship from like executives at American Express, stuff like that. Like he
had some good people around him and keep him on track.
And then just think about the fact that he had people like Paul and Maverick Carter that were with him, his boys that he can trust, but also willing to put in the work so they can establish their own careers. He may have opened the door for them, but they had to develop themselves.
They got to do the work themselves. Absolutely.
So I respect that a lot. We talk about him taking care of his body. That is a sharp contrast to the stuff that we see and hear about Zion. Zion has to get better at that. He's getting bad at that.
Yeah.
But
he's done great this year. Like this year, he's done
well. But I also don't know what it's like to have his genetics. Like Zion, his genetics are just different.
Yeah.
And so while it might, it can be easy for us to say,
talk about it.
I'm only going to eat certain things. I'm going to do this and that. I don't know what happens when Zion, doesn't get his calories or whatever.
Yeah. I tell you what, man.
He's the closest thing I think to LeBron. Like think about like somebody running at you full speed with the ball in their hand. Right now, Zion is the guy moving out of the way.
I tell you, there are 2 players, in my opinion. Zion is one of them, and the other person is Greek Freak.
Oh yeah,
just get the heck out the way, man.
Like, but LeBron ain't like him.
No,
LeBron ain't like him.
Not at all. And these guys, I don't know which one retires first. I believe LeBron James may be the one that retired first. But he loves the game. KD loves the game. Steph loves the game. Tell you what, when they do go, we got some nice talent behind them,
right,
to take the mantle. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of seeing that in these playoffs, these young guys Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey,
SGL.
SGA, Ant-Man, in my opinion, is going to be Wemby. Ant-Man, in my opinion, has the charisma.
Ant-Man has the Michael Jordan interview kit.
Yo, that joker, he interviews great.
Yeah.
He got the charm. You know what I'm saying? That it's pretty cool to watch him. You know what I mean? But the league is going to be in great hands.
Yeah.
And I think that in itself allows these legends to be okay with walking away from the game. Because sometimes you be in the league, you're like, well, I don't know who the heck, like, what y'all going to do when I'm going? Well, these guys got some people behind them that they've mentored, and they can stay around the game. Like, it's dope to see guys like Magic still talking to some of these younger guys, and a lot of people still mentoring them. So they can kind of move into that role that Kobe was in, God rest his beautiful soul, that everybody talked about. Man, listen, I went and worked out with Kobe, and I worked at Elijah.
LeBron should be that kind of guy.
Absolutely.
Like LeBron should be that kind of guy where people say, I went and spent some time with LeBron. That should mean you now know how to take care of your body.
And you're willing to.
Discipline.
Correct.
You have,
it's a sacrifice.
Yeah. You're preparing yourself for longevity.
Absolutely. If there's a blueprint on, if you love this basketball, if you love this game, and you want to play a long time, the only person you should be calling is LeBron.
LeBron James.
That's it. LeBron James. What's his name?
LeBron James.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. So look at here, guys. This is Stay Winning. We here in the building. All the social media platforms. Y'all know how to find us. And if you don't, Curtis is going to tell you.
StayWinning.tv. Where you'll find all of the links to YouTube, Threads, Facebook, Instagram,
TikTok.
Yep, TikTok. It's a lot of fun.
There you go. So we here, we talking about the legends. Ryan Garcia, clean up your urine.